I'm just gonna do a volume check. I'm gonna lower this a little bit more as well. You say something?
No, just sounds of the pontoons.
No, I'm just saying you should say something so I can like just check voice levels. Everything is fine. Cool, got it.
Ha.
Okay, so what I need to do is do window projection, and I can stream basically my projection of the stream basically, which is good because that's where my like projection stuff is happening.
Okay.
Window projection. Are they drilling somebody's teeth over there?
Let's have a look. Yep.
Teeth are drilled and it's alright?
Yeah, it looks fine.
Okay. I can hear like teeth drilling or something in the back. Oh
my. Yeah, electric boat.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Well, I'll try and move to somewhere quieter.
Good night. I'll turn it down a little bit, so it should be fine. Cool, that's all good. Alrighty. And let me just double check that the whiteboard works. It works. Cool. I'll just use that color. Cool. You can see me drawing the stuff at. On the application.
Yes, I can see your drawings just fine.
Cool. Well, my drawing skills aren't fine, but that's a whole different story.
Nah, that's okay.
Okay. I'm guessing you wrote something in the document. I have not looked at it yet.
I wrote just some short things.
Okay. I also probably need to close some stuff because it's really laggy.
Fair enough. It's like a bit hard to know just because I'm a bit new, but
yeah,
comes with experience.
Yep. Why the fuck is it so laggy? I also just need to mark basically whenever I stream. I need to write down when I did the analysis. Oh wow, the last analysis I did was end of 2023 apparently.
Damn.
And this one is the 1st of Feb. Cool. Okay, cool, got it. I can see that. I'm gonna actually give me a minute. I'm gonna go turn off the music of the game.
Okay.
I'm also gonna restart the game. It seems like it's dying. Restart the game, should be fine.
Why is Dante being drop kicked? How could this happen?
It's very funny.
No way. My favorite character. No.
It still runs like shit. I think I'm gonna have to do something. I might have to stop streaming and you might have to look at it on the stream, unfortunately.
Okay. Is it just on the OCE?
Yeah. Same Twitch.
Okay. All the default stuff on Max.
Yeah, I would have done this yesterday, but I wanted to go to a metal gig and I like double booked myself functionally.
Yeah. Who for?
Just some New Zealand band pretty much. It was pretty cool.
It's cool.
Okay, now it runs like smooth butter. Yeah, I never went to one until I think this time last year, and I went to one. It was great, and I go to like a gig like every 2 months at least. But yeah, I need to turn off the music because I have Super Mario 64 version of Super Mario 64 version of Linkin Park playing in the background.
It's kind of fire.
But yeah. Okay, cool. So let's just watch. So you just basically like went to push block, right? Parasol double.
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to push block versus double.
So okay, I just wanted to see the assist. How the fuck is that button? Oh, it's a 0, isn't it, for me?
I think it was M Bomber.
Yeah, so I think, yeah. So I'm just looking for the assist. Yeah, that's medium. You hit both, it's fine. Cool. Yeah, so this, just a small thing here, I wouldn't commit to, so when you do this here, the biggest thing you should do here actually is when you knock somebody away, this is a great time to start charging the item instead. So this will require a little bit of knowledge about like, sorry?
5 HP instead here, which was
no, it's fine. 5 HP is fine. 5 HP, you can't really confirm whether you do 5 HP or not, but instead of, so when you do the peacock pattern, right, like one of the big things you need to be doing is looking at the screen while you're doing the pattern at the same time. Honestly, like, it's still not a bad decision to make, but like a better decision here, because like if Yek actually teched here, the plane would actually like work. It barely, it was like a complete media. It was great actually. But you see how, like, let me see if I can do this. I think it's not, never mind. Oh, it's not that. Is it this? Yeah, there we go. So, let me see if I can show you this. So, you know how do you know the fact that the hitboxes change color when they're in different block states?
I think so, because like when they're in block stone and that.
You see how, like, yeah, like, Parasol is invincible, so the thing is white. Peacock is not invincible and, like, not blocking in any way, so she's green, right?
Yeah.
What you want to do with your zoning patterns is make it so that there's just enough gap for them to leave block stun, but for you to continue, like, keeping them in block stun functionally. You want to let them go, but you want to make it so that they can't actually move, because that gives you the most amount of time to do other stuff at the same time. Right?
Right.
Because, like, again, like, it's an idea of, like, if I throw a needle at somebody, and I throw one right away, sure, they get hit by both needles, but the fact that, like, the second one hit pretty much immediately after the first, didn't actually do anything in 10 seconds.
Hold on, 1 second.
Oh? Actually, let me see if I can do this.
Hello, return.
You okay?
Hello. Yes.
Okay, cool. Sweet. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, the fact that, like, basically, I'll tell with the example of that, the one that's right here. So, like, let's say Parasol blocks this, right? And she's in the teal color. The teal color means that she has to keep blocking. She can't, like, not block, right? And there is no gap between the plane and then the item. What you would want here, as a matter of fact, is the plane to hit, and then she recovers here. And when she tries to move, she gets hit by the item.
Yeah.
You see how, because of that, what then happens here is that instead of the actually, what I'll try to do is I can stream just the game itself, and I think that should be a little bit better. I think that should be fine. If I project the entire thing, then it won't work, most likely, but it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
Cool. We here, and then we here. You can see the game now?
Yes.
Okay. Apparently it's still running like shit. So, it's really annoying. Why is it doing that? Anyway, I guess you just have to watch the stream, sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know why it's happening like that. But yeah, you see here, like, she's in the teal color, and then the item hits and she's still in the teal color. If she was not in the teal color, because of the gap between the item and the plane, the bomb would have a lot better opportunity to get close to her. And then when you hit the item there, the bomb is a lot closer, and then when the item gets blocked afterwards, because if she tries to move, Parasol isn't actually fast enough to really dodge level 1 item. She is sometimes, depending on when you release it and stuff like that. And then like the thing is, the bomb is a lot closer, Peacock is a lot better recovered, and then it is time for you to continue keeping her on the other side of the screen. This is a really, really important skill, and it's not something that like is very intuitive when you play a game like Street Fighter, even though it is like incredibly important in Street Fighter as well. I don't know what other games you've played, but in a game where like you use a lot of traps to continue, not traps, but like projectile like chains, so to speak, to continue the zoning, that's a really, really key skill to know of when it is time to let somebody move, whereas like versus like just keeping them on the other side of the screen. Because what happens here, what happens here is that like now she has a chance to just jump over the H gun and the L George at the same time that's on the ground, because it doesn't do anything.
And she's jumped in that situation. I would be like forced to try and cover myself.
Yeah, and in this spot, like, you have to kind of use H-gun or something like that. You have to stop him from jumping, right? The biggest like, thing in this matchup, and is in every matchup, is how do I stop them from moving? I realize we haven't gotten to the part where you're asking questions yet, but I think it's a really, really key skill that is, like, important to think about when you start playing, like, a zoning character, that is. So it's like, okay, I needed to stop them from jumping, because the other thing is that, like, with Peacock, like, your items that control the things that control the air are your George and your items. Now, H George, that is. L George controls the ground, M George controls the ground, H George stops it from jumping. And you want to have the ability to have a projectile available to stop them from jumping at any point. If you don't have that, then it's a chance for them to move. This is actually a really bad movement option by Yak, but I don't know how good Yak is at moving there. If you could do like a dash jump block there, or like super jump or something, super jump float over this, then you can't actually do anything.
I believe after they blocked item drop, they could have just done push block guard cancel super jump and just like ignored this entire thing.
They don't even need to push block guard cancel, they can just super jump.
They can just super jump? Okay.
Yeah. Because of the way you set up your stuff, they can just super jump up. They could super jump up and do the jumping heavy kick to fly really, really high up. And then they can do like a tier toss or something, or like some whatever shenanigan that they want to do to move around. And they'll just fly and they'll just hit you in the head if you're not ready.
Yeah.
And Parasol's jump-ins are so designed that Peacock actually can't anti-air them necessarily. She has to kind of like just block them and push her away.
Yeah, because she like aims downward so far, and they're kind of disjointed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like a body or anything, it's like a weapon, right? So you see like here, you're stuck again on like trying to stop him from jumping. Yak again didn't do the right thing by like just dash jumping over or super jumping over, but it's actually alright. You did this. I'm not sure if this isn't necessarily a good idea, but that's okay. You tried something, it didn't work. I think it's fine. See, now you're stuck in the mix-up here. You had like a good like 9 to 90, like 4 seconds maybe. And in this time, as Peacock, my goal when I played this character was to always have a level 2 M item ready, so that I can just run in and just throw a projectile at them that they have to deal with. And if it works out, it works out. If it hits, I get like a 6 to 7k damage combo. It used to be 10k, which is amazing. You get like a 6 to 7k damage combo, and if it doesn't work out, it's a completely safe projectile that you just threw out on negative edge. You're completely safe, you can back off. That's how I tried to play this character, and there's not a whole lot of stuff that Yak's team can do to stop you from doing that. Your goal with Peacock, in my opinion, is to buy enough time to start charging M item to level 2, and then just run up close and just do it and see what happens. I think that's a very good enough game plan for you to like win with people, or win against people.
Like currently, I've learned like the basic pattern, right? And I'm taking assists to try and like cover that and support that, but I'm not like thinking about the pattern itself a whole lot. I'm just kind of know the steps and I'm just going through them.
Yeah. So as a matter of fact, let's have a look at what you were doing before this. So you do this. See? Here, instead of doing this, this is actually a pretty good time for you to, instead of teleporting, start doing M item. Because what you have to do here is you have to wait like whatever the time is. I think it's 60 frames for the item to become a level 2 one. And at this range, with the assist that Yak has, nothing that they can do will stop you, like outside like a really, really hard read like dash jump air throw or something. Nothing that they can do can stop you from like having the level 2 item charged and just running and dash jumping at you. There's nothing that they can do to stop you.
Right.
They have to really, really hard read you to do this, and that mix-up opportunity is way better than whatever this nonsense is going to give you. Which it leads to you getting hit. The teleport stuff, I think it's actually not amazing. It's not bad, but it's not amazing either. Oh, you're just getting messed up here. Oh my. Yeah. So what? Yeah. Here I will try to push block. When I block the double jab, I immediately push block her away. The tier is still coming. It's not the end of the world. But you're fine. You might even just barely, because you have 2 bars here. You might be able to do stuff like you do M-bang through the projectile. You do Lenny, and then you can do Beowulf's the Airwolf super, and you're like reasonably safe.
I guess so. Yeah.
It's not amazing, but it's a way to get Peacock out, and that's something that I would be looking to do, given that you have so low life and you have so much red life.
The
you just take the ban, which is amazing.
Like a little delayed, so sometimes you're like block this double jab and push block, and then a second round like.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to go over that again?
Yeah, try and like reverse the situation a little bit. Right, quick.
So I'll stop basically. Yes. There it is. I'll pause it, and then you can tell me if you see it. So right here.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, she does jab, and then tries to do the tear shot after, I would block the 2 jabs, push block it, try to do M-bang through the projectile that's coming, because almost everybody does a tear shot after this. You do the M-bang through it, cancel it to Lenny, and then do the Airwolf super, and it's a safe DHC out. Because you have so much meter, I think you should be able to get it.
What do I just... Oh, yeah, no. I, like, block for a little bit, and then get hit again, and then freaking hard tag dynamo.
Yeah, that's okay. That's not the end of the world.
Yeah. I need to remember to, like, use a bigger variety of things, because, like... I don't use alpha counters a lot, and I use a lot of hard tag as, like, my reversal.
Yeah, they're not bad, especially the big band one in the corner is pretty good. The Beowulf one is actually really good in the corner as well, even though it's really slow. It's really, really high reward.
Yeah, it seems gimmicky, but it does like land sometimes.
If it works, it works, right?
Yeah.
You call meshing hard tag on defense like a good defensive ability. Hey, as long as it works, that meme. So an important thing to note here is when you block this pillar and then the bikes are coming, you should aim to push block around about this timing of the bikes, and you can get a punish. I think you get a big band crutch like it, and that should work.
Yeah.
Are you?
I've honestly, before this set, I had never like fought Parasol before, so I had no knowledge going into it. That's
okay.
I've also seen like some funny stuff where you just parry all of them, but that seems too difficult.
Yeah, I would just block and push block. I think that's way easier.
Yeah.
I think technically, actually, if you're mid-screen, you should be jumping over them, but parry is easier than jumping.
Band can't, like, jump over them.
Yeah, you have to, like, jump and parry.
Because he's so fat.
Yeah, you have to jump and parry and then do it. But if you're, like, a G, you can do that, I guess.
Yeah.
Technically, the hyper-optimal punish is the jump and parry and then get a jump in, but I can't do it, so I don't expect anybody else to. That's okay, you dropped the combo, that's alright. Good. You punched her in the face. Yeah, that happens. Oh, almost was a combo. Yeah, probably wouldn't do a super that much, especially because... See here? Oh, you had a safe DT. Wait, did you? No, you didn't have a safe DT because Beowulf got hit, I think? No way.
No, Bear didn't get hit. I could have done Airwolf, but I just didn't recognize the situation.
Yeah. That's okay. You'll get better with time. So. Yeah, sure. Just do a combo is fine. Yeah. You really needed to finish the combo in some way that gets Beowulf in here.
after I do it in the corner after I back throw them into it. Yeah, I tried to do like some weird air throw shenanigans.
Yeah, it's okay. Generally, actually, it's a pretty good idea when when the good decision is to just continue the combo in DHC, go for a reset anyway. It'll catch a lot of people.
Yeah.
But conversely, the
this
opposite
was
is true
like-
as well. People will hope that you drop the combo something or go for a reset and they'll mash super and kill you, which is really
This
annoying.
was like part of me experimenting because I've seen a lot of bands do air throw resets, and I'm realizing now, wait a minute, I just need to do like 5 HP into it instead of going for whatever the hell this is.
No, this is fine. This is a good enough reset point. You just mistimed it. You like mistimed it really badly. That's alright.
Yeah.
You can do this
Didn't
stuff
do
like
it real
this. It just probably wasn't a good idea to try necessarily. Although it's double in the air, like it's completely fine to go for it, I would say. Because what I would do here actually is I would go for the air throw. If it hits, it hits. It's amazing. It's a solid chunk more damage, right? If it gets tagged, I would just do M brass or like some sort of brass or some armor move, and then SSJ, and then just do the Airwolf super anyway. Just do a bit of chip in the safety HC out. It's completely fine. Yeah, it's a fine enough reset. You just mess up the timing. It's completely fine. Cool. Got him. Oh, that combo is really good. Yeah, I hate this move as Beowulf. I think this move is super fucking lame.
Which one?
The L gun, that is.
Oh yeah, trying to like deal with like gun. Yeah, no, we're getting to that point now. Oh my JHP, I'm just seeing it now. What was that? Got shot in the face. Unfortunate.
I'm gonna post it in Discord.
Nah, that's Gap Trust.
There we go. That's amazing. I hate this move so much. I actually hated it so much, I hated it until getting this move nerfed, and then it got buffed again. That's alright. So I would push block right when the gun actually happens. So let me show this part. Right when the gun whiffs, I would
Waiting for stream to catch
push
up.
block
Yeah, I
right
should have
there.
push blocked there.
Yeah, I think that's a good enough point to do so. Because then she doesn't get another mix-up.
Oh my god, it's projectile. It has to be like -1 or something. I hit 2 LK here.
Yeah,
It's a man.
technically M gun on its closest block is -2, but depending on the spacing, it will not be like the closest block. It'll be somewhere further, and it's like 0 or -1 or something.
Yeah, it's usually 0.
Yeah, but it's way easier to just push block the gun itself. And then you are eating damage. You tried crouching heavy punch there, but you have the chair on actually. What the? That's crazy. Can you just look at that?
Oh, what am I looking at? What am I observing?
I'm
Oh, the M bang back shots. Yeah, that's funny.
gonna send that to Athens actually.
Fucking pile bunker loop. R special.
That's fucking amazing.
Here I was just kind of like scrambling.
Yeah, it's okay.
was like,
It
I need
is
to do
what
a
it is.
reversal option now, or I'm gonna die. So
Hey, it worked out, right?
yeah, I think-
That's hilarious that worked.
I think I lose. Yeah, no, I lose this match pretty hard. Like afterwards.
Yeah. So, when you do this, I mean, this jump light punch, like it doesn't actually cover anything. I'm just in awe of that still. When I jump back away here, I would do jump back, air dash back, and then jumping heavy kick, or air dash, jumping heavy kick, air dash back, and then like, yeah, I'll probably do that. Air dash, jumping heavy kick, and there air dash back, because then I want the the thing to the every to be like every around about here.
Right.
Basically, like right where. Yeah. Yeah. Let me show this on stream somehow. I want the Avery to cover this spot, basically, as you're moving back, because then the double can't actually like move back, or if she tries to shoot the gun, it will collide with the Avery itself and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You can see the triangle, the rectangle on the screen?
I can see the, yeah, I can see the
Cool.
thing.
Yeah, you wanted to cover that space, basically.
I think yeah, I should have done it earlier then.
Yeah, you want to do it right, like you want it to be active now, so you want to like hit the heavy kick now. But it's okay, you did jumping light kick, sure. And now, like, you want to be able to set out, like, jumping heavy kick is back there. And then you do, like, standing heavy punch. And then H-item Lenny is a pretty good, actually, option here. You got 3 bars, you don't have many ways to spend it. I would do that almost certainly. Instead of letting double, like, get up close and control the pace. Which is what happened now. But that's okay. I think Sanji plays this team from EU, if I remember right. You might want to look up Sanji VODs as well, just to see what Sanji would do.
I've watched a few. What was his name?
Though I think Sanji plays like a nut, so maybe he's not the best learning material. I'll actually, you know what? When I have to play IRK in the Denizen set now, I will actually play this team and I can just show off some stuff.
Yep.
Cool. So you do this, you backdash, not the best option, that's okay. Anything to get you away, cool. Yeah, see here? I'm actually gonna show off something here that again is cool. So hitbox is on. Cool. Okay. So you see that how that comboed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to delay it so it doesn't combo here because you want to recover. By the time the item would be coming out, you want to recover faster.
Okay.
And the reason for that is that you ultimately you want, because the way the projectiles interact with the opponent's character and your recovery is independent of each other, yes?
Right. Yeah.
And if the opponent is stuck getting hit by the projectile at the same time that you're completely recovered, that's amazing. That's what you want. Right? You don't want this George to be out anytime now. Like, you don't want these to be out now. You want them to be out, like, a little bit later. That's actually a pretty good time, honestly. But, like, I would wait even longer to set out the item. Because you want... What I would want here is the first time Parasol tries to move, she gets hit by the item. And then the second time she moves, she gets hit by the bomb. One reason is actually, like, the more single hits you get, the slightly better meter you get. Not that it's like, it's actually not affected that much. But still, like, it's another thing that you can do. Also, like, sometimes they can randomly just get counter hit by, like, swinging into it, which is good. They can also block it, which will be a little bit worse, but it's not the end of the world. I'd rather them try to move and get hit. Because if they're blocking, then I can cheese it even further. Because, like, if they're just sitting on the other side blocking, right? You can really take a good advantage of that by delaying the item even more. And then by the time you delay it more, it might become a level 2 item, which is then amazing for them to, like, block. Like, to make contact with them, basically.
I've gotten into the habit of just, like, I'm either, like, tapping it and not really doing much with it, apart from, like, just stopping them from jumping, maybe.
Yep.
Or I'm holding it for too long and they're able to, like, move past it.
Yeah, so that's the thing I would like. You need to watch replays, you need to watch VODs, and you can sort of just get better at it the more you play. And the more you, like, visualize the game, almost. You'll see, like, oh, was this good enough time? Like, oh, they could have jumped out, and stuff like that.
I think in this set, actually, I ditch Peacock because it wasn't, like, working out for me. And just stick with Bayoban.
Okay. Yeah, see, like, it's okay. Now she got in immediately, right? Like, you want to, anytime around about now, you need to start charging M item, I think. Like, this, it's here, I would actually just charge M item, because you see you're in the corner here, right? You want to get out of the corner and, like, be on the other side of the screen. And an amazing way to do that is to have level 2 item, jump, and let it go as you fly over the opponent, because they can't really do much about it.
Yeah.
You can completely be blocking the entire time the item is active and the item is like dropped. You're completely safe to block and you're just fine. And if they push block the item because they're like habitually just mashing push block, then it's amazing for you. They push you away from them, which is what you want, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would look at that. And eventually they get the M egret out, which is good. And eventually you're gonna hit in the face, and that's okay. You also are doing the heavy punch a bit too early, but that's fine. Like over here, it wouldn't have made much of a difference. But just to keep in mind. Also, like this is a bad spot to be doing H George in the first place. Over here, like having the L George out at all would be a way better idea. I know like Mal, for instance, would do like L George here like right away. They wouldn't even wait for like the M George or any of the buttons. Have an L George out immediately. That's the goal, I would say.
Okay.
That's a cool combo, sure. She's like already in the corner. Yep. Yeah, see here you want to push block it, and then you'll be able to punish it. But it had a safety HC, it didn't matter. Yeah, again, like push block the gun itself and you'll be fine. You have a heavy counter combo or like some sort of counter combo. You can go for something more, but it's alright. It's hard to combo double as Beowulf.
I didn't really recognize the fighter case level there.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I think you got hit here for not a very valid reason. Yeah, you when you stand block there and you push block, you need to start crouching right away. Another thing to note, I don't know if you necessarily know this or not, when you block a multi-hit move in Skullgirls, only the first move is a high. Every other time, the move will be a mid afterwards.
Right, okay.
So as soon as you block the first hit of the jumping heavy punch, the only way there can be a mix-up further from this is if they cancel it to jumping heavy kick.
Okay, so in order to... Actually, no, that's not fuzzy. I'm too guilty here, brain. So, in order to like block stupid jump-ins, I don't have to wait for them to be done if playing against like Philia and they're doing jumping medium kick or whatever it is.
I think medium kick is unique, but I'm not too sure. But medium punch is a better example, where it's like the 6-hit, like the blade-looking move. You only have to block the first hit high. Sorry?
That was the thing I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the medium punch, you only have to block the first hit high. Everything afterwards will be a mid.
Okay.
Wasn't that fun? Let's try something else.
But yeah, but you didn't know that, so you got opened up here when you really had no business to. And you're mashing something, that's a bit like this is okay, cool, you got the thing. Yeah, I don't know what this is about. Like this would be so much better if he had level 2 item. And also probably not calling Big Band away over there. But I think he just panicked and hit an assist, hoping that would be the Beowulf one, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Again, just push block the gun itself and you'll be fine. I would never do H gun this close. This is a bad idea every single day of the week. It doesn't do anything. Like you don't even want to do Lenny here, not anymore anyway. And because he got in again, like having the M item charge is really important. Mao actually was really creative with this stuff, and he would actually have L item charged, and he would do M gun to anti-air them because of the big invul, and then drop the L item afterwards. I thought that was really cool. You could try something like that.
That seems interesting.
Because normally the way the medium gun works is that you don't have M item behind it, but if you have another item next to you, you can still like make it safer, which I think is really neat.
Peacock is definitely my like weakest showing in this. She seems just so much more complicated than the others.
She is very complex in terms of like maximizing the best of opportunities, and the biggest thing is that like her neutral isn't just I'm just gonna get up close and swing a bunch of buttons and hopefully it works out, which is honestly a way of 99% of the characters in this game play like that. She doesn't play like that because there's so many like ways for you to squeeze advantages that aren't necessarily just I'm gonna get up close and I'm gonna hit a stupid button and it'll be fine.
Hey mom, can you turn the light on up here, pretty please? Thank you. Yep, that's good.
All right.
All right. Hello.
Yep. Cool. Can you keep watching?
Yep.
So let's go. Nice. Yeah, do the super again. Yep, for sure. Okay, so here.
It's catching up.
Sorry.
The stream is taking a long time, but okay, here we go. Yeah,
so when you go for the incoming here, it's a good idea to just jump forward here before you cross over the double's corpse, so that you're still facing Parasol as she's coming in. That's a good way to time time and space the big band incoming. Parasol is nothing to reversal with in the air, so you can just go for like an air throw versus like a meaty mix-up or something. That'll be like fine enough for most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of like jumping back or whatever here, like you just like squandered all your advantage. Thankfully, you punched her in the face anyway. Now it's fine. Impeccable. Cool. You try to do a manual safe jump or something?
Yeah, kinda.
I think on Parasol, when you land a sliding knockdown like that, you just hold up forward and you jump once, and the second jump should be a automatically time safe jump.
Right. Okay.
Almost. That might have worked out. Alright, I'll try to watch another game.
Oh, they just kind of walked into the second one, didn't they?
Sorry?
They just kind of walked into the second
Yeah,
one.
it's pretty funny, yeah. I'll watch one more game and see if there's anything different. I know I'm not necessarily saying like the stuff that you were talking about, but I hope it's still like somewhat helpful. Yeah, again, like the same thing here. You don't want Parasol to have enough time to get M egret out. And items beat egret, so it's pretty good actually. So I'd probably wait for that anyway. Eee, that's really bad. That's worse. That's okay, you got out. Mix up is a mix up. You'll die there. It's alright. Interesting. Right. Another time to push block the character, not Parasol, is to push block the tier itself. I think that should be completely fine. Like the tier shot that she does, I'll try to show off in the stream when this happened. I would push block her right here, and I think that's fine. She has to get back in afterward. Then it's like a bit better than just having her be up close and just hitting some buttons and being annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah. She can still get in here, don't get me wrong, but it'll just be fine. Yeah, it's hard to come over here. I would do crouching heavy kick here, yeah, like that. And then you can actually tech roll forward after you do the Beowulf crouching heavy kick. I don't know if you need that.
Let me get to the Merriman stream. What do I do here? Oh yeah, I just misinputted that real.
Alright, let me see. Oops, wrong
tech
button.
rolled.
Yeah, you just delayed it too much. You can do the input for the tech a lot earlier than you did. Yeah, like that. Like you can just mash it way earlier. Another thing to try is instead of having to do a full jump against Parasol, to safe jump her, you can just do the jumping leg kick, like the hopping buttons, and that's completely fine.
Yeah, I should have just done hop there.
Yeah,
Because,
but also like I think safe jumping necessarily is not the most helpful. What I would actually do here is, you know that she's got like trillions of bar, right? So almost everybody is looking to get a safe DAT out here. So what you need to do, which Big Band assist do you play? You play the light one, eh?
yeah, light.
Yeah.
Light extend.
I think medium also works. I don't know for sure, but light definitely works as a alpha counter to the safe DAT. So when she does the pillar and then does the super and then like double comes in, as soon as you see double come in, you just mash the alpha counter buttons and Big Ben will come out and he will punish the safe DAT.
Right. Okay.
But for that you need to not call your assist, because if the assist comes out, then you can't do the alpha counter. So just keep that in mind. It's really, really important.
Okay.
But because you couldn't do that, you like lost damage on both characters. Oh, you got the uppercut. You'll learn a good combo after the uppercut later. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, you should have died. You actually probably dead here. In terms of like doing a proper combo. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Like, you do that sometimes and it happens. But yeah, I think a couple of ideas about zoning might help you a little bit. And I'll see if I can play IRK just now and try to do some of those things. It's like exactly with your assists.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop it here, but do you have any other questions? Or I'll stop it here and let's see if you have any questions.
I guess. Well, yeah, no, those two games where I did quite poorly. With like Peacock, it's very hard for me to like actively think about the zoning pattern instead of just kind of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have like my eyes glued to what my opponent is doing, because a habit that I've picked up is just like waiting for them to try and jump at me and then air throwing them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. But like, it would obviously be better to just do a stronger zoning pattern that keeps them out for longer.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you asking me like my thoughts on that?
Yeah. What are your thoughts about like that kind of strategy? I guess.
So yes and no. I think that like waiting for somebody to try to get to you so you can air throw them is fine. But Peacock is such a dominant character at controlling the opponent's movement that I would try to focus on that instead. So what I would try when I'm you is, like, say this world, right? Like whenever something happens, whenever you go through a cycle of things, because like standing heavy punch bomb is a cycle, right? Like I don't think about everything that I'm doing in the middle of the cycle. That's too fast. I can't do that. I'm not good enough at the game at that. What I do instead is I do the cycle, then I go, is he going to be blocking that stuff? Or is he going to be getting away from this stuff? And that determines what my next option is here. Because if they have to block the bomb, then I don't have to hold the item, I don't have to let go the item for very early. I can actually keep it for quite longer. And this is especially better if it's M item. So what I do is I do bomb, like stand heavy punch and then bomb and bomb. Sometimes I don't even do stand heavy punch afterwards. And I just do M item, and I'm like, okay, they can't actually do anything about the M item charging itself. I'm just gonna do M item, and by the time I dash up to them, I will have level 2 item charged right away. And if they get hit, it's amazing, and if they don't get hit, like whatever, who gives a shit. Right.
Okay.
That's how I think about this stuff. And like, okay, I did M item. Okay, they're like dashing at me. So I'll just, while holding M item, I'll just check and block, not check and block, sorry, just up, back, and air dash away, so that I have enough time to do that. Or I just let go the item at level 1 anyway, and it's fine, it's not the end of the world. You have 2 amazing assists to sort of control the mid-range here anyway.
Okay, what else? I mean...
Another way to think about it, sorry, is I try to not let the opponent dictate what the game should be like with Peacock if I can help it.
Okay. Yeah, it's better to like just stop them from doing things, right?
And that is a skill that will take you a long time to get good at, so don't worry about that yet.
Okay. Yeah. Peacock is definitely my my like weakest character. I haven't like. There are some times when I'm like, oh, I've knocked them down. I'll drop an item on them, like when they're in the corner, and I'll like go for a wacky mix-up.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it isn't that wacky. It's literally just me doing either jump in, light kick or 2MK, and that's it. So I think Peacock's gonna take me a lot of time to really get used to. I feel like I don't know. I feel like should it, because I'm doing good stuff like now with Beowulf and Band. I actually played a set today where I did quite strongly. But that was against an opponent who I've played against a million times, so I kind of just know what to do against that person specifically. Yeah, I guess I think I just need to spend more time learning stuff on Peacock specifically, right? In order to like round out a full team instead of trying Peacock, seeing if it works, and then going, all right, I'll go back to Beowulf Band or Solo Beo or Solo Band or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to play Solo Beo or Solo Band, why not play Solo Peacock as well, you know?
I guess so. I don't know. Solo Peacock just seems... I'm not confident enough with Peacock in order to like run her without the help of like an H Brass or H Earl or something.
Yeah, that's fair, but also like you only do that with experience, right? Like your goal, I would say, is like to get experience, and what better way to get Peacock experience than by only playing Peacock? I think that's fine.
Yeah, than to just play Peacock. Okay.
Yeah, and you're only doing that in casuals. Like, it doesn't need to be how you play tournament. You could be. I think it's a good way to play as well. Especially because these tournaments don't matter, right? Like they're like functionally pretty irrelevant. They're just a way for you to play more sets against different people sometimes. So whatever happens in the tournament, even the tournaments don't really matter. It's just a way for you to keep getting experience to get better. That's fine.
Yeah.
And if for that you need to play solo Peacock for a bit, that's completely fine. Yusha was actually a pretty good solo Peacock in terms of they made good decisions about what to do with the fact that they're playing solo. And they only have Peacock's toolkit to work with. And I think that'd be a good person for you to watch as well. I think they're also a little bit more solid than somebody like Sanji. I think Sanji is a bit of a nut sometimes.
Okay.
Also, Sanji played like Chair, Let's Scratch, Harry Punch, which is a monkey assistant. Like just you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's like imagine the power that Chair, Let's Scratch, and Harry Punch has is like Peacock M item, but on assist. So it's even stupider.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's really good.
How do you have to like get him to deposit the chair first by?
You play solo. You play Beowulf Point. You do some dumb shit by throwing the chair away, and then you just like I don't know, do whatever you want, and it'll be fine.
Okay, so you can't just like have him get rid of the chair and then do crouching heavy punch as an assist. You have to play Bayo first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is good because if you could just do that, it'd be the best. It'd be like top like 5 assists in the game or something. It's really good.
Okay. Right then, I'll consider that. I'll play some solo Peacock, learn some more Peacock things, learn a longer than 10 hit combo with Peacock.
The combos are the easiest thing about Peacock, in the fact that you don't have to learn a good combo at all. When I started playing Peacock, when I was a complete baby, I just did the stand light punch, crouch medium punch, crouch medium kick, crouch heavy punch, stand heavy kick, M gun, and then Lenny, and that's it. Also, back in the day, Lenny was busted, so you could just do it and it wouldn't affect your meter, so that's fine. It does that now, so I probably wouldn't do it, but it's still great.
Right now, the most I'm doing is just like light 2 MP, 2 HP, 5 HK, or like 5 HP, H gun, Argus.
That's fine.
And then send it back to full screen.
That's completely fine.
I know it's fine, but like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not enough, especially with like where my other two characters are at, where I'm starting to get some pretty powerful things down consistently.
Yeah, I mean the combos aren't necessarily the stopgap in your like learning. I would say with Peacock, like you never like okay. In the times that you played Peacock just now, in the 3 games that we saw, were you ever in a situation to do a combo with the character?
No, not
So
really.
like you don't like knowing a better combo doesn't help there. I'm not saying not to learn it. I think obviously like if you want to learn it, then you should learn it. But I
But
think with
like,
Peacock learning
I should.
combos is very very like minimal reward for how much effort you put in. Especially like you can be a hyper nerd and learn the jumping heavy kick loops or whatever. They're completely meaningless at most levels because you don't hit
Yeah,
this
if you
character.
like,
You
if
don't
you
hit
can't
this.
actually
Yeah.
zone them out and do your game plan,
Yeah.
then it's kind of not really worth it. Okay.
Yeah.
So my main takeaway for Peacock specifically is when I'm doing a zoning pattern, hold the item drop for
Mhm.
at least a little bit so that they aren't in block stun constantly and then can just escape.
Yep. It's a game of chicken almost, where you're either expecting them to leave early, the blocks, and then try to move, and then you stop them there. But if they think that you're gonna try to stop them early, you get a chance to then stop them later with something which is more advantageous. Which is that's
Yeah.
the stronger part about Peacock.
Yeah. I'm also really underusing medium item drop. I'm only doing friggin' the heavy version.
Yep. Medium is really good.
Alright then. Well, thanks for having me, big man. I'll take all of that knowledge and do my best with it.
That's okay.
And I'll see you later.
Yeah, just post in any Discord, any of the channels. If you have any questions, I'm sure there'll be like trillions of people there to help you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. All
Goodbye.
good, man. Have a good trip. Bye bye.
You too.
That wasn't helpful, wasn't it?
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to keep up with what's happening in Skullgirls Oceania scene in the future.